Alright, here we are. We got the carburetors all put back together with the new gaskets like we were talking about. And now we're getting ready to put them all back together in one cohesive unit. So here's where you look at your marks and you find the bottom and put it in the bottom position. Middle in the middle and the top in the top. Let's see here. Okay, this is the bottom. This one obviously is going to be the middle because it has a T in its position. Middle. This is going to be the top. Okay, and what I do know is, for sure, the bowls face down, and then these gas lines go in here and hook them up together. So these are the original gas lines, probably from 1996. I'm going to tell you folks, anytime you go to rebuild carburetors, you've been having crazy problems, I would suggest just redo your whole fuel system. I've already rebuilt the fuel pump, replaced all the fuel lines. Here's the kit that I was talking about earlier that I purchased that was the wrong kit. What makes it the wrong kit? Well, I believe the jets and all that are probably the same. The in-feed or the intake gasket works, the springs and all that you need to do a complete overhaul on this thing works, but the problem that I had was this right here. This is for a different style bowl, a square type bowl versus the round bowl, and that wasn't going to work, so that kind of screwed the picture for me. Here we go. Now what we're going to do is cut us some new gas lines to the same size. So that's simple enough. I've got me a real nice set of aluminum scissors here. Take them, cut them. I need 2 of those. So let's make 2 of those. I'll make sure these things are the same size because it's a tight fit. Okay. Out with the old, in with the new. That on there. This kit also came with clamps. So again, these machines usually have tie wraps on them. You know, I don't know whose idea that was, but everything marine gas line has tie wraps. You know, in the world I come from, you use a clamp. Preferably a nice, big, tight fitting clamp. But, you know, these little cheap ones that come with the set, they'll do. They'll suffice a whole lot better than a tie wrap will. So, get it on there. Sometimes you gotta do a little wet on there. Make them go. Bottom them out. Don't mess around and get them halfway there. There you go. That's beautiful. All the way down. Clamp on. Clamp on. Clamp on. Oh, that's nice. That fits nice and tight. I'm happy with that. Okay. Next one's going to be up here in the middle. So that's the top one. Top one goes to the middle one. A little juicy juice on there. Some on here too. Tighten that bad boy up. Get your clamp in place. Little things in life to take a while. Putting the dang clamp on. Who would have figured? Alright. There you go. Number 2. A little more juicy juice. A little more juicy juice. Couple clamps. Man, we'll be installing this thing in no time. There. There. Alright. So, if you guys are digging this, feel free to click that subscribe button. There's going to be a whole lot more of this kind of stuff coming around. Give you a little insight of what's going on in my world. I got several boats. I dig them. I like catfishing. I like fishing. I like any kind of fishing, really. But I've found that I really got a passion for catfishing, and I'm wanting to modify my pontoon boat into a big old catfishing machine. So a little bit about my pontoon boat. It's 24-foot tracker, sun tracker. I've had it for years now. I bought it repoed back when I first got it. The seats were starting to rot. We got about a season or 2 out of them, and then we redid the seats. Unfortunately, up at our lake lot, we've had it sitting out for a few years. Haven't used it, haven't really gone up and checked on it. Seats are all rotted out, which it's a shame because I paid big money to have them redone. It's not cheap getting seats done, but you know, life happens, circumstances, situations, deaths, all that good stuff. You don't take care of things like you should, you would, could, want to. But a new day comes around and you give new life to your toys, and your toys give new life to you. So what we're going to do is rip them old seats out of there, get that thing going, turn it into a big old mean catfish fishing machine, and we're going to have a blast with that boat. I got big plans for it, so you know, this is part of the journey. So far I've ripped out the lower unit. My goodness, this son of a gun, a little clamp right here, huh? Why is it giving me such a hard time? What have I done to it? Here we go. Let's finish this thing up. So yeah, I got big plans for that pontoon boat. We're gonna rip out all the seats. We're gonna maybe recarpet it. Maybe just throw some carpet over a certain spot. We're gonna upholster some of the seats, keep some of the stuff, take the rest up to the lake lot, and save it for when we decide to put them back in or have them redone. And yeah, it's gonna be an awesome little boat. It was an awesome little boat. It is an awesome little boat. I had a strange situation occur. I guess I had water in my lower unit, and the oil. And we had an awesome freeze here this past year. I'm sure you heard all about in Texas, and it just ate up everything around here, that freeze did. So somehow the water must have froze, and it threw out my bearing housing for the propeller shaft. And man, I got videos of that. I've replaced it, I bought a new one, I've rebuilt the lower unit, and I'm getting ready to install it here shortly. I have to do a couple more things to it, and we'll be there. So all that we're going to get on video. All that I'm going to share with you, and in case you ever have to do any of this or want to do any of it. Changed out the water pump, the base seal, the shifter shaft seal, and yeah, it's going to be basically installed brand new carrier bearing shaft assembly, and it's all almost new down there. So okay, we're almost here with this doggone spring or clamp. There we go. So next thing is get all this hooked up here, which is our linkage. The linkage has a certain way to go. I'm going to show you how to do all that. And there we have it. One cohesive unit ready to roll. Next thing I got to do is put these clips on here to get it all back into one unit on the linkage. So what we've done so far is we've pulled the carburetors out, we've cleaned them. Again, I'm going to show you what they look like. They'll be all part of this video. Maybe in the beginning, maybe in the end, who knows. The gaskets were bad. Replaced the gaskets. Here's the little clips. These clips go on here. This little bolt goes in here. And you tighten it down. We won't tighten it down yet. I'll show you how to set the butterfly positions correctly. Now when you put these in, the part that holds the screw obviously goes to the back. Here. There's just two of them, because the linkage goes on the third one, or the one in the middle. There you go. And one good idea about all this kind of stuff is before you get started, take you lots of pictures. In case time gets by, life happens, you can't actually finish what you started, and memory gets foggy, you forget what goes where, how it goes back together. Well, pictures don't lie. It's all right in there. Okay, so here we go. In a perfect world, just this linkage right here, all this will move. Just like that. And there it goes. That's the top. Tighten it down. Everything moves in sync. This moves up. This moves up as well. That's why this one here goes over here. All a matter of getting it lined up. Now on my bass boat, it has a Chrysler motor on it, and the linkage adjustment is a little different. But you know, all this stuff right here is basic. There you go. That's how it works. These would be set in place. These would be tightened down. When the throttle hits, you open up the butterfly. So the correct adjustment for these would be once they're on there, you let your butterflies close all the way, and then you tighten them down so that when one opens, they all open in sync. All right, so carburetor units are all put back together. This is the air intake. That would go on there like that, or maybe like this. And this bolts onto the intake of the motor itself. These are the bolts that hold it in place. So next time, when we get set up, take you out there.